This one is for all my high achievers that are very successful out there. Okay, so let's talk about functional freeze and success and achieving. Now, if you're someone who is very successful in your business, in your career, and you find that you can, anything you put your mind to, you can master it, you can grow it, you can succeed in it, you can make money. If you at the same time are doing this and then having situations where you're burning out and you go into deep shutdown and can't get out of bed, or you are having health challenges, so you might have a health crisis come up, your body's giving you this alarm bell, or your relationships are breaking down, you're not really connected with your children, you can be sure that you're probably functioning from functional freeze. Now, this is a coping mechanism that was created when you were young, and generally it's because you grew up in a household that was very scary and it felt unsafe to be in your body. Now, this can be as simple as having very strict fear-based parenting, where it was punishment was a spank even, or being fearful of your parents. It can also be where there's violence, there's any sort of abuse. So what we learn is that we need to disassociate from our body, disconnect from the body to survive. So we become very practical, very strategic, and very resourceful in our life, which is a pretty incredible thing that the body does, right? It shifts that. And if that is the case, you will maybe even find that you're like, oh, but I had a really good upbringing, but I can't remember much. That's a really good signal too. But I'm looking at even your current lifestyle now. If you are a go-getter and you are noticing that it's exhausting, but you're achieving, there's a really good sign that, and even if you're a perfectionist or a people pleaser, this stands for you as well. It's a good sign that you're in functional freeze, because success with a balanced lifestyle is a different feeling. It means that I'll have rest in my life. I'll have times where I'll nurture and take care of myself. I won't be hyperfixated on others and pleasing them. I will be taking care of myself. I'll have boundaries. I will be able to express vulnerably. I'll feel my emotions. I'll have deep connections and relationships. And I won't find myself having lots of health challenges. Why is it so hard to come out of functional freeze? Well, there's all these belief systems. So firstly, I've got to understand that I'm in it. I need to know that I am disconnected from my being, but the coping mechanism will try to convince you that you're not, because it got you so far, right? It gets you success. The evidence is that I succeed when I work really hard. Well, what happens is we're bulldozing ourselves. We're not being present with ourselves. We are so fearful if we're functioning in functional freeze, to come out of it. Our system is very fearful of this, because that means that the body needs to soften. Functional freeze, the reason why we have health challenges is because there's inflammation and lots of tension in the body. We are in a fear response. Our body's tensing. It's not in flow. It's not feeling calm. It's feeling like, I need to get this done. I need to stay for hours and work really hard and push through and bulldoze. That's this mentality of functional freeze. So when we're coming out of it, the body's softening, which means, what does that mean? It means that that vulnerable part of us that was protected through the hardening, through the dissociation and disconnection of the body, will then arise. It means that our feelings will come to the surface. It means that we'll feel vulnerable, we'll feel all the feelings. And this is how you come out of functional freeze. But the mind will try to sabotage that. It will try to protect you because it doesn't want to feel those things. It feels scared about the unknown. It feels scared about being vulnerable, because you're so used to being successful, an achiever, knowing your stuff, being in control, that when you start to soften, there's a feeling of the unknown. It feels out of control. I don't know what to do with my emotions. I was never taught. It wasn't safe for me to soften. This is why the work in mental health, this is why we work in mental health. This is why I'm a therapist, because I help you create that safety to soften, to come into that space. And once we do that, like, what's the payoff? The payoff is self-care, nurture, and self-love. Now, in order for us to really deeply connect with others and ourselves, we need to know how to do that for ourselves. We need to know that empathy we have for ourselves, we can give to others. We can cognitively know about empathy, care, and nurture, and it's not until we embody it that other people will feel it on a deeper level as well, including ourselves. So in order for us to soften and benefit from that, we need to practice empathizing with ourselves, self-love, self-care, nurture, all the things that we probably didn't get growing up. And that means having a day off work. That means slowing down. That means being present with ourselves. That means looking at the fears that arise when we're doing all these things. The payoff is a healthier way of being. Its ability to be more intuitive and to be more in tune with our body. We step away from people pleasing. We have more boundaries and more ability to communicate our vulnerabilities and connect with others. There are so many benefits to it. The first thing, though, is that we need to actually acknowledge when we're in a functional freeze. Other symptoms are being very exhausted, sleeping, lots of sleep. So you can often just find yourself wanting to sleep all the time after going out, maybe doing some really long work hours, and you find yourself on the weekends just needing to sleep. Something like that, that's a really good indicator that you're functioning from functional freeze. So it's a forceful energy. It's like there's a break going at the same time as you trying to move forward. So you're in resistance, but you're forcing it and bulldozing it. If this is something that you want to work through, if this is something that you didn't even realize that you were in, this is the work that I do, and I would love to support you in a safe environment to soften and see the benefits of it and build evidence as to why it's so beneficial too.